I'm just waiting for the traffic to clear a bit, because you know when you get a feeling that there's a nice road coming up. Whee! He knows it as well. Completely on the wrong side still, into the bend. Idiot. Oh, I'm glad he wasn't behind me, that's for sure, because I'm going to have to go a bit slower than him, because it's very, very greasy out today. So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know, I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. As per usual, we didn't have a plan until 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, maybe even 15. I could be lying, who knows? Only I do, and I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, let's crack on with the video. What I've done is I've used the TomTom Go app windiest route feature, and we're heading down to Brighton. We're going to go to Shoreham first, then to Brighton, and the plan is I want to fill in just a little bit on my Kalimoto app. That reminds me, I should actually press track, shouldn't I? Otherwise it doesn't know where I go, and this whole trip will be bloody pointless. So I'm going to pull over here, there's nothing behind. Let's get here in the mush. Oh dear. Right, so let's go into here. No, I'm not driving, I'm riding. Kalimoto, and all you do is press track ride, and it will just track you wherever you're going. And hopefully Kalimoto at some point in the near future will go onto Apple CarPlay, and I can use it on the screen. That's the only reason I'm really using TomTom Go app. It's a good app, TomTom Go. Takes you on slightly different routes to the Kalimoto, so if you flick between the two, you'll always get a different route. Well, not always, but a lot of the time. It's just a lot easier to plan on Kalimoto than the TomTom, but hey ho, this is how we go. Right, where was I? That's it, we're heading down to Brighton, TomTom Go app. I haven't started right outside my door, so I don't live around here. It's not as pretty as this, unfortunately. It's very slippery out, and it started raining. So this morning when it said it was going to rain, it hasn't rained. As soon as I've got like 20-30 minutes into the journey, it's raining. So I thought I'd spend a couple of hours getting out and about, just enjoying the bike, but it started raining. We're still going to do the trip. I just can't guarantee you great vision through the whole video. Apologies. And apologies about the screen as well. I was going to clean it, but it'd probably look like this within 10 minutes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I know some people complain about the screen, but if you don't like the screen and you're continuously complaining about it, I suggest you follow me around with a cloth and you continuously clean it. It's easy. It is a little bit slippery today. We've had a few wheel spinny moments, which is not bad. They're quite fun, to be honest. I've dialed the traction control right out. Well, not right out. I think it's on about 3 of 7 or 2 of 6 or 1 of something, or who knows. It's technical, this channel, isn't it? Basically, the traction control's not on full, so it allows you to slip and slide a little bit, which is fun. I prefer that. I do prefer a little bit of slippage in the rear. I have no idea what this route's going to be like, so if it's rubbish, blame TomTom, but if it's fantastic, it's all down to me. Oh, it is a little bit. Woohoo! Oh, come on, rain, give it a break. It's only spitting, but it's bloody annoying. It's like that mist rain. I keep seeing people out on these roads with little calf racers and little nakeds, and I've got to admit I fancy one. I really do. A little kind of small powered 600cc little lane blaster. I might have to do it at some point. I might have to. Oh dear, we are certainly going back roads now. Put the visor up, I can see a lot more. Woohoo! Oh, there's something about this I love. I do love a back lane dirty ride. nice with this screen on. I can have the visor open, so it means I can see a lot more. Nice lake there. Can we get to it? Can. I think I've seen an Instagram moment. Right, we're kind of stuck here, so let's go off-road mode and then we shall go from there. Put my gloves on in case I fall in the drink. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but it's quite mushy. And back. No, it's the front. What am I stuck on? Ah, that's what it is. Sussed it. Here we go. God, yeah, bloody naked now. That was exciting, wasn't it? Right, I need a bit of a puddle now. Get some of this mud off my tyres. Yeah, I can feel it. A little bit spinny. Here we go. I've got a puddle. This should rinse them a little bit. There you go, give them a clean. Very slippery in the middle as well, it's all green moss. Won't come out on the GoPro because this is probably too dirty so you can't see it. Oh, just punch yourself in the face. There we go. So there you go, ladies, if you do want a top faffer, I'm your man. I was going to do one of those end of year videos, you know, the ones where you highlight all the great things that have happened all year. But to be honest, 2021's been shit, so I'm not going to bother. I've done a few good things, but all in all, it's probably been the worst year of my entire life. And that's coming from a year back in 2011 where I died in a motorcycle accident and came back to life. And then spent 6 months and probably still recovering now because I still get paid for it. But 2021 has been worse than that. Not physically, but mentally. So yeah, we'll gloss over 2021. There were some good points, as in with my family, with my daughters. They've both done very, very well this year. And what's the youth say? Big up to the kids. They've kept me going, they've kept me sane, and they've made 2021 worthwhile in that sense. Not a total disaster. We're ending on a high though. 2021 is ending on a high. I'm in a good place. I'm still not back at work. Have no idea why, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, I suppose. I can't go too much into it, but yeah. Also ended with a lot of positives. When I put the video up a while back about men's mental health, that has now been removed for reasons I'll only tell you face to face. I can't tell you on YouTube. So the people that responded to that to say it helped them, made them feel better about themselves because they knew they weren't on their own, that meant a lot to me, and it did a lot for my confidence as well, knowing that that video out there helped so many people, and it helped a lot. I didn't have one negative comment on that video. Not a single person hammered me for that, and I thought they would. I really did. So you guys out there that got on board with the men's mental health and are really getting on board, supporting each other and helping each other out, well done. Really, really appreciate it. I really, really do. And weirdly enough, out the back of that video, I had 2 lawyers contact me that went over the details that said I've got quite a good case. Actually, one of them said cut and dry, to be honest, but I'm not bothering with that at the moment. I mean, it's still in the air, but I'm not bothering with that at the moment. Also got contacted by one of the big 5 television companies in this country. I say one of the big 5, one of the top 5, as in BBC 1, 2, ITV, Channel 4, 5. One of those. I'm not going to say which one, But they contacted me after the video and said, do I want to come on board and help them out with a men's mental health documentary that they're doing based on certain things. Unfortunately for me, I can't get on board with that. Not at the moment anyway. I might do at some point, but at the moment it's a year away, so I haven't got to worry about that at the moment. But at the moment, thank you very much to those guys, and thank you very much to the lawyers that got in touch. Really appreciate the feedback and the backing, just to know that I'm not absolutely crazy, so that's a good thing. I've got it from professionals, you see, that I wasn't mad at the time. But anyway, that's that. We're moving on. We're not dwelling on that. We've picked ourselves up. We're going up the hill and we're going to reach the top. So that's 2021. 2022 is going to start with a little bit of off-roading. I'm going to try and get some more off-roading done to work on my fitness over this winter, because my fitness is absolutely appalling. I've lost nearly a stone since I've moved, so that's good. So my suspension is thanking me quite a lot. Whoa-hey! Woo-hoo-hoo! I got sidetracked there with a little bit of spinach. Not spinach as in Popeye, but spinach. So yeah, we're going to continue to get fit, lose a bit of weight. I'm over the worst of what that stroke had to offer. I've got the all clear from them, from the stroke team, from the heart doctors. We are all clear. Still got to stay on some of the drugs just as a preventative medicine, a precaution. But apart from that, we are all good. We are good to go, baby. We are good to go. Only problem is my knees are a bit ruined at the moment. I've just had 2 MRIs on my knees to find out the cartilage is ripped in both knees. The left one's not too bad, the right one's pretty painful. But at the moment we're going to hold off for about 4 months to see how they play out, because the left one was really bad, but now it's not as bad as the right one. It kind of has got together and healed itself a little bit. Still, if I twist it hurts, but the right one's the one that's given me jip, as they say in this country. It's given me a little bit of jip. So hopefully we can work on the knees. Oh, brick wall, oh, stone wall, flint wall, 3 walls in one. Bonus time. Wine estate, I like the sound of that. Right, so that's me physically, what we're doing for 2022. We are going to get out on more test rides. We're going to do some more reviews. We're going to do some more stuff, some more products. Now I'm single, living on my own. I've got plenty of time on my hands, so I'm going to go full whack YouTube channel this year. I think I'm going to put the effort in. Probably not so much in the early months because it's like this and the weather's bloody horrible. But as soon as it gets nice, I'm going to bang those videos out so you get absolutely bored shitless with me. And I know what you're thinking, we're already bored shitless with you now. Yeah, but what I'm saying is even more bored shitless. I've got my pocket open. I've got my keys to my house in that pocket and my wallet. My wallet's still there, but my keys may not be, which means I'll have to go back to where we were. Let me just pull up over here. Pull up, pull up. Pray for me, people. Pray for me. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. I've got to put my gloves on again, haven't I? Left one I always find easier to put on. Don't know why, but I do. What about you? Do you have a favourite glove? Leave a comment downstairs in the comment section. Tell me what your favourite glove is. Oh dear, we're clutching at straws now. Right, so that one's done up. That pocket's done up. That pocket's done up. That pocket's done up. Oh, mud in the road. Woo! It's nice when it allows it to spin just a little bit, just to have a little bit of playful fun. Stopped raining now, which is nice. Roads are still slippery, but they're bloody good fun. That's what I love about these adventure bikes. It doesn't matter whether they're filthy or clean, you just go out and have a bit of fun, you have a play. When you've got an all shiny bike, you'd never take it out on a day like this. Not unless you're into your cleaning and you love cleaning bikes. I don't. I prefer riding them to cleaning them. You can see my bikes are all in a mess at the moment. Or foot out a little bit here. Off-road style. Got a twitchy back end. Woohoo! It's only slow speeds, but it's still great fun. He says, and then he falls off into a hedge. Hopefully not. Woohoo! And slow down for the villages. You're not from round here, are you? I don't know whether I told you this story before, but about a month ago, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, we're not being precise, I did a stellar wheelie. Absolute stellar wheelie. And if anyone saw it, I've now got to confess, I had no control and was completely out of my depth. What happened was, I don't think anyone saw it, but if anyone did see it, I probably looked like some kind of god. Right, I've got to try and be very, very sneaky. I'll carry on with the story when I get round the bend. I don't mean going crazy, I'm not going round the bend, I've got to get round the bend. But I want to make sure I'm well clear of that horse. Right, now back to the stellar wheelie story. I was at a dealer's down in Brighton, and when you come out of the dealer's there's a load of speed bumps, speed humps, whatever you want to call them. So just for a bit of fun, I thought I'd wheelie off one of the speed bumps. Nothing unusual, just a little bit of fun. Unlike this guy doing one of the most dangerous manoeuvres I've ever seen. Reversing on a bend. Anyway, back to the story. So there were these speed bumps, so I thought I'd have a little wheelie off the top of one. So I did, front wheel came up, but I was wearing these gloves, and as I came back my hand started to come out of the lining. So I was falling off the back. So what do you do when you're falling back and your hands are coming out of the gloves? Obviously you try to grip a little bit more to try and pull yourself back up. That made the wheelie longer. I accelerated more. Luckily the anti-wheelie was on this, so I didn't have it on full, but I had it on a little bit so it didn't flip, so that was a bonus. So my hands are coming out of the gloves. I'm trying not to fall off the back as I'm wheeling along the street, and obviously I haven't got a clutch, so I can't just grab the clutch to kill the power. So with me falling off the back, I just wheelied for longer than I think I've ever wheelied before, and it looked stellar. But I have to own up, it was nearly a horrific, embarrassing crash. So there you go. That's the end of my wheeling. I'm not very good at it, I admit it. I don't even try. When I was younger, I had a 1200 Bandit and I used to wheelie off the power. Not big wheelies or anything, just little power wheelies, and that was enough for me. And I never did learn to wheelie, so I'm not about to start now. I wouldn't mind learning it for the sake of off-road, so I can hop over little logs and that sort of thing, but for the road I think I'll keep my front wheel down, because I've clearly not got the skill for that at the moment. What a we're now entering Shoreham by Sea. Not the most picturesque seaside town, but I thought I'd come through Shoreham first and along to Brighton. Shoreham Harbour, Sussex Yacht Club. Not as fancy as it sounds, is it? So we've got 6 miles on this road until we get to Brighton Pier. That's where the destination is, and then I shall plot a new route back home. Oh, exciting times. It's got all the glorious sights down on the south coast here. You've got your McDonald's, your Halfords, your B&Q, your steel mill, obviously your speed cameras. Don't want anyone speeding down here because of all the holiday makers rushing to the beach. There you go. That's where your non-Hondas go, to the scrap heap after the first year. There's a lifeboat house over there. I think that's Shoreham Lifeboats. And the lighthouse here, built in 1846. It's like a history channel. Oh, the old youngsters out. I like to see that. When we were young, we just go out. It doesn't matter what the weather's like, you just get on your bike and you go. You don't care. Snow, rain, storms, you're just out. When you get older, it's like, oh, it's a little bit drizzly, can't come out, don't want to come out, it's a little bit drizzly, might get a bit wet, a bit cold, might catch a cold. Might catch a cold, get me bike dirty. Can't have that. Can't catch a cold, get me bike dirty. No, no. And there's Wiimoto for all you guys that get your motorcycle parts from them. That's where they're based. Educational channel. This looks like proper traffic. I mean, come on. What's the day? It's New Year's Eve. And the south coast is packed. They've all come down here to sunbathe. Catch the last tan of 2021. While everyone's just getting out before they get locked down again. I think that's what's happening. Everyone's too worried that in a month's time or a couple of weeks' time, our beloved leader, Twatty Boris, is going to go lock down you peasants, or something like that. When we get to our destination of Brighton Pier, if I can find a quick place to park, I might actually go for a stroll up the pier. What's the point of coming to Brighton if you don't go for a stroll up the pier? I mean, the weather's glorious, why wouldn't you? Well, this is not as much fun as I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought it would be fun. It's never good down here. This part of road is always horrendous. So could you imagine what it's like in the height of summer, when the whole of London comes down here, when the beach is inundated with millions of people trying to get burnt? Hope no one's gone up in that today. They're not going to see much, are they? The old Brighton's, I don't know what it's called, donut on a dildo. Who knows? It's probably not called that. Right, we have arrived. We are going to go for a stroll down the pier like a proper plonker. I'm going to keep the crash helmet on, keep it filming for you guys, so doubly plonkerish. It is an awful day, and what you're about to find out is how stupid we are as English people. That we all walk down piers and come to the beach even on shitty days like this. It's awful, isn't it? I cannot believe how busy it is. It's crazy.
Anyway, on my cat.
Have they got security? There you go, crystal clear blue waters, just like the Caribbean. Right, we'll take a walk to the end. I'll show you the amazing theme park, and I'm using that term extremely loosely, but I'll show you it anyway, or as much of it as I can be bothered, and then we'll head back. It's a log flume, but it's not working for routine maintenance. In other words, it keeps falling to bits. But there you go, that's a roller coaster ish. That was a strange man in sunglasses. It's raining. Bumper cars. I wish they'd stop playing music because I'm going to get copyright, but that's the roller coaster that's rusting to bits. Bit of scaffolding. Oh, it's beautiful, very trustworthy. You got the waltzer, you got the turbo coaster. It's just like Florida, isn't it? It's like California. It's like, what's it? How many flags? 6 flags. It's like 6 flags here with these roller coasters. They're immense. I mean, they don't look that big, but you're on top of a pier, so technically this is very high in the air. It's just not very high from the base of the roller coaster. I've never been on them, but with all the corrosion that sea salt does, I don't think I'd trust a metal roller coaster this close to the sea or over the sea. And you've got the Horror Hotel. Stayed in a few of those on my travels. Ghost train, I haven't been on a ghost train in years. Helter Skelter, bit of old school. Merry-go-round. And then this weird contraption. Right, let's head back to the bike. It's awful, isn't it? It's not peeing down, so it's just this sea mist. And obviously the sea's absolutely disgusting. Although, if I was down in the car with a few people, I'd probably stick my feet in there, because I do stupid stuff like that. Talk to myself, people are looking at me funny. Nothing new there. Albion Groin. That's what this thing's called. So I came all the way to Brighton to see the groin. I'm just going to go to the tip of the groin and see what it's about. Beautiful picturesque day in subtropical Brighton. When the sea comes right in, the waves come over here. Oh, there you go, someone sunbathing, catching a few rays before the end of 2021. I'll show you all the exciting stuff, don't I? We've walked up a pier, we've been on the groin. What more do you want? Tarot, clairvoyance, tarot card reading. I've always wanted to go into one of those. I say, I've got an appointment. And they say, no, you haven't. I say, yeah, I did it with telepathy. The fog has come right in. Welcome to the UK. It's going to be a foggy ride home. Still going to have fun though. It's definitely going to get a bit foggy up here. We're going over Ditchling. This is the bottom. We're going to climb from here on in into the clouds. Look at that view. It's fantastic. The day I've come out trying to give you views and everything. Horrible weather. And you can't see jack shit. But am I having a good time? Yep. Can't do the speed limits? No. But is it fun? Yep. It's interesting. I like it when it's a bit weird. A bit like me, really. The alien cars coming out of the mist. The air smells so clean and fresh. There's a wetness in the air, but breathing it up my nostrils is quite cleansing. It's like a colonic irrigation for the nose. It's just where the GPS comes in handy. It gives you an idea of the layout of the road. Okay, it's not exact, but it gives you a clue whether there's any hairpins coming up or anything like that. Because the last thing you want to do on a foggy day is come steaming up to a hairpin. That's never going to end well, is it? Let's face it. Well, I might as well end the video here because you can't see anything. There's no views for you to have. It's just going to be me riding in the low clouds or fog or whatever we've got. We're right up on top of the South Downs now. We're going to drop down the other side. Hopefully it's clearer on the other side. Who knows? You never know. It might be sunny. Unlikely, but you never know. But as I said, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you wish to leave a comment, leave that downstairs in the comment section. And that just leaves me to say thank you for joining me on this one. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys can get a drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. You know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.